weather, I love it. A little bit of freedom today. We're getting ready to head back to Colorado for a little while. We're gonna head back there for a week, and then actually fly to Vegas and then do SEMA show. Kyle and Weil will be there for that, and then we head to World Cup finals, and then we'll be back here in Florida after that. So we got a little spot, put our little hot rods at. So we're gonna go dump these off and go make that happen. Jamie and I made it back to Colorado late last night, and it's sure cool to be back to the shop. It's pretty awesome, huh?
Heck yeah. Back to the hoodies.
Yeah. We've missed this place, that's for sure. But we're here. We've already got some stuff on the dyno, and I heard Sean had some stuff done on Sho'Nuff, so I'm gonna go take a look. So Sean's been working on Sho'Nuff while we've been out in Florida, and Goofy Built's been working on his beautiful CRX. They've gotten a bunch of chassis stuff done. This is looking wild. He's got his engine back in. Looks like he's working on an engine mount right now. But they went and plated this whole frame. All this good stuff. So you may jump on Goofy Built's channel and check out some of his progress. Him and Sean have been working really hard and knocking some stuff out. Super cool. And then while I was gone, Sean was working on Sho'Nuff. And man, this thing looks like a beast. I've missed this thing. It's like all the cage work is all buttoned up totally. Yep, so we have stuff for the window net all done. That's looking sharp there.
Yep, dash bar, columns all mounted down here.
That's all solid.
All the welds down low are finished up. I got a micro torch from HTP, and once they got that over to me, I got it on a side post lift, got those welds completed, and then got the floor
all
patched
the stuff
in.
on the floor is all done.
I just got to seam seal it now.
Yeah, it looks good.
Then I moved on and got parachute stuff done. So we got the parachute handle up here. So got the tabs for the cable itself all fixed up, and then also added the air ram to it.
That's
so
pretty awesome.
So you can put that on the right button of the steering wheel. So
And just push.
if you're going and holding that, and you feel like it's getting
loose or something going on,
you just let go of your shifter, push that button, and your chute's coming out.
And then I heard you put our new shocks on the back. So I haven't seen those. We'll get it up in there. Oh, and look at here. Here's a parachute bracket. That's all done and new. That's pretty sharp. And the new PFI emblem on the trunk.
You don't have a key to open your trunk anymore. Got a little better. Check this out.
What do you mean? Oh, dang. That's pretty cool.
I built some.
And you look like there's some different hinges.
Yeah, custom hinges. The hinges originally would mount way out here, up in these pockets back up in here, but the tubs took all that space.
And then you had PFI Sho'Nuff cut into them.
Yeah, and these are some EG rear trunk
shocks. Cool. That turned out super cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great. And that is looking sharp. And while I'm back here, I want to try to get some more wiring done and some lines done, and try to get this thing close so I can take it to Florida and actually still try to run it.
I did get a bunch of the coolant lines all made, so most of the coolant system.
Oh.
I'm actually all the way to here. Where here I'm actually gonna.
Yeah.
Right here, I got to add a fitting, and then it's going to transition from a -16 to a Y that goes to 210s. And that'll feed the block here and the cylinder head back over in this corner.
Cool.
So to get some of those lines built as well. Yeah, just been plugging along.
Yeah, this looks awesome. I am definitely anxious to see this all buttoned up. It is getting very, very close. And I noticed you had the top sitting right here.
Yep, I was looking at getting the mounts. The only bosses they had here are for the factory latches.
Yeah.
I asked Shane to look at the soft top rack we had, but there are no latches on it.
Oh.
Just gonna see if I could get some of those. If not, I'm gonna have to just take those brackets off and make my own custom stuff.
Make something.
Pull down and forward.
So we need to play with it back here, just see.
Yeah, I got to get something to build a tab so we can mount it to the body.
Okay.
And
we'll take a look.
same with up here. This is the side column is easy though.
All right. So all kinds of progress done on Sho'Nuff and Goofy Built's CRX, which are two of the ones I want to get out to Florida. So they've made some good progress while I was gone, and I plan on diving more into it this week while I'm here and get it ready. So try to go as far as I can so I can just get it picked up, taken to Florida, and start hot rodding. Breezy out here today in Colorado, but it is beautiful. I actually love it here. It's pretty great. I loved it down in Florida. It's awesome, and it's so much to do. It's such a great environment. There's always something about coming home and getting around all your stuff you're just comfortable with, your tools, and your good stuff. So I'm gonna be putting the hardwired PDM up here. I just got a couple bolts holding this all together temporarily. The ignition box, the injector driver, EGT stuff, the dash, and I'm just trying to get all the wiring kind of buttoned up, get that stuff where it's gonna be. Sean did get all the pedal stuff done, and that's all great. I've got to order a clutch switch still and build a little mount for that, for the roller. But it's really coming together, and it's really looking sweet. I'm really pleased the way stuff is coming out. The wheels look great. I've got Gordo working on the front wheels, and then the way the trunk pops now. It's fantastic. All right, so Steven and I are here working on the Sho'Nuff. We've got two connectors on the fans. We're working on the water pump now. He's got the injector outputs all divided up, so things are really looking good. Keep plugging away. So it's Halloween and everybody's getting set up to go trick-or-treating and having all that fun. I'm over here trying to get the wiring done for Sho'Nuff. My kids are older and they're out enjoying their friends and doing their thing. I just ran to my buddy's shop, Full Circle Motorsports. Taylor over there hooked me up with some Raycam heat shrink. I ran out yesterday, and with nobody open today, he was cool enough to open up shop and hook me up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all these wires here covered up and bring you along with me and try to get this stuff done. I want to try to get the injector driver pinned out and then start looking at the hardwired PDM. It is a pretty sweet unit. I'm pretty stoked about that. We've got it mounted right here, and then this is the injector driver here and the ignition box and the EGTs. So I want to try to get all that done up and then find a spot for the switch panel here. So looking it over, I noticed I got quite a bit still to do and little stuff and nut bolt check and things to comb over it all to try to get it done and try to make things happen, because I'm really anxious to get this car running. I really wanted to start making passes in it before year's end. I mean, that's kind of been my goal. Push super hard on that and try to see how far I can get. So I'm gonna dive back in this thing, work on some of this wiring, get some stuff done, and just enjoy it with you guys. So one of the things I really love about Fuel Tech is the way it divides out the wire. Blues, grays, and yellows are all outputs. The yellows can be 12 volt out. The grays and the blues are grounds, and they can do different functions on the colors. So I really like that. The nice thing about the PDM here is we're gonna CAN talk to the Fuel Tech. So via the CAN, we can send signals, and then I can also send things in and trigger them through an input from the Fuel Tech using one of these output colors. Steven, I had him divide the blues here. So this set here is going to be my injectors. So I'll have one set going to the driver, which we need to pin, and then we're going to have a plug right next to it My bottom set are, the bottom set of injectors here are high impedance, so those ones I don't need a driver on. These top ones are a low impedance Siemens injector, so they need a driver, so that's what I've got that one there for. The PDM works as the relays and the fuses, so in that regard, we'll just have all our inputs come in here, and we'll also be CAN talking, like I said, so the communications will go back and forth, and we can turn on the fans, we can turn on headlights or any electrical stuff through there. The switch panel itself is also CAN, so that'll talk to the fuel tech and the PDM and have resets and other stuff in it as well. So right now, I just had to remove some heat shrink that I had just dummied up through here. And basically I need to divide out my powers out of this harness now so that they can connect here to the PDM. The sweet thing about these hardwired PDMs is they do use a DT Deutsch style connector there. So they're super easy to work with and pin. And then you can't put the wrong ones into the wrong plug here, which I believe is also important, so you can't make mistakes when you put your accessories to it. So that's pretty cool as well. So I'm going to continue just to try to clean up my wiring here, and hopefully I can get something finished up tonight, besides just getting everything laid out. I still need to kind of clean up things and organize them. I want to build a little mount right here for the Nano, which is the O2 sensor. So that'll be in the line of sight. Look at these flies. It's getting cold out here, and in Colorado, when it gets cold, the flies come in. Terrible. But I want to get the wideband mounted up here, so I want to make a little mount for it. So it's right in the line of sight, and it'll be easy to see and get that all figured out there. I use some Honda plugs here for my distributions. I thought that would be pretty simple little plugs, and I had them all, and I'm trying to speed up all the stuff I'm doing here. So I'm going to continue to try to work this out and get ready, and at least divide my powers up that are going to go to the PDM and divide my fuel injectors up. So let's get that done real quick and keep pressing forward on this bad boy. So you can see here that Fuel Tech is pretty good about giving you the wiring diagram for this plug. So I simply had to just find the plug and pins, which I found at our local place, Casper Electronics. Super great place to work with. I always love it. They stock everything I kind of ever want and help me out quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get these N2 that are already ready to fall off, and I'm going to pin my power and ground and put my secondary injectors into this one here, and then my primaries can go into that one. And then I have a little jumper because it does not need the driver on my primaries. Primaries right here on the bottom. So that's coming together good. I'm gonna try to jam this out real quick. And I like to use, this is my power on most stuff. It's a wire that I just have printed, but it's yellow with a black stripe. This is what Honda uses factory. So in my head, it's always 12 volt power. So I had some made, and I'm going to go ahead and twist these together. I'm not going to be crazy taut or anything, but But I want to keep them together and I don't want to get mixed up with anything else. Yeah, these are going to be the power and ground for my fuel injector drivers. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all set up real quick. Fuel tech driver needs, just blank, so that I can just pin them myself. The fuel tech did come with this sweet harness. And this would work fine if you were wiring it directly, but if I was to use this harness now, I would have to repin every one of these ends, depin what's in the ECU now, and if I got to pin one side, I might as well pin this. So I didn't use these harnesses, but they are very nice to use if you get one of these little boxes and have to wire it into your existing engine management. So very cool. So I'm going to try to get this pinned out real quick and get that set up and at least try to get something accomplished. I want to try to get somewhere on this. I believe I have all the wires I need ran into this little bit of heat shrink. The rest of these is actually going to be a shorter run, because once this is all up and tight and all these little outputs are done, they'll become inputs into the PDM or to the ignition box or whatever stuff I have going on here. Just keep plugging away, and once I get the PDM done, the ignition box done, the EGT done, and the injectors, then I can work on the CAN system. And I've got to run CAN wires into this and the EGTs, and also for the wideband. So those will all be on the CAN network, and I'll be talking to each other, and I think that'll be pretty cool. So I'm gonna keep plugging away. At least, like I said, I want to get these injectors done for tonight, and I'll have a good handle on things and a head start for Monday. So, and I fly out Tuesday, so I'm trying to get as much done on Sho'Nuff as possible, because once I go, then I know it's going to be a while till I can tackle this all again. So I'm trying to get as much done as I can. If I could get to the point it would start, that would be amazing, but that's probably it's probably a pretty good push, but I'm going to try. So we'll see where things go and go from there. So let's get busy back to wiring this up and finish these injectors. And this is what I deal with. This is what I deal with. Little cat. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're right on my book. Right on everything I'm trying to do. Aren't you? Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? Alright. Let's at least get this stuff done. So in these I got a little stop right here. So I push them to the stop. Boom. Boom. Simple enough. She loves plugs too. I'm holding on to it. What are you doing? Attacked by kitty. Somebody's missed me. Have you missed me? You missed me? She's wild. She's just like in your face, aren't you? Then she'll probably attack me because it's fun. All up in my business. All up in my business. Alright. So we got the power in, and she's loving up on all you guys. So you get to deal with it too. It's been one heck of a week getting caught up here. I've been dynoing and building all kinds of stuff. Been trying to track down all the parts for this, make sure this was all set. Alright, I'm back. She's not all up in our business now. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the other side done real quick. Keep plugging away. But yeah, it's been a crazy week. Getting ready to go to the SEMA show on Tuesday. Jamie flies back to Florida and I fly to the SEMA show. We've been dynoing cars all week long and trying to get caught up here at the shop. Finished a couple jobs we need to get done and we got things lined out. I've been trying to line out everything on Sho'Nuff so that I could just come back and pick it up and take it down there and button up little things down there. So trying to make sure the big things are all done here so I don't need a whole lot of equipment or moving it around to different places. Should try to get the stuff done. I think that's kind of important because if I have to do that, then I might as well not take it and leave it here and get those things done. It's just more cost effective. But Goofy's been working on his bay. He got it all painted up and got it looking pretty good. So I'm pretty proud of him on that. It's a big task. He painted it before and it never quite dried right. You know, they might have not mixed it all right or whatever. But he's learning and he's enjoying it. And it's cool to see how stoked he is on how his project's coming out. He's pretty happy and pleased about it. And he loves sharing it with everybody. So be sure to check out Goofy Built, Shane's channel. He's always doing something. Measuring is the eyeball system. Seems to work out every now and then. Every time I cut these, I give this tool a little shake. The outputs are the top, the inputs are the bottom. These are the ones that come from the ECU. These are the ones that go out to the injectors. So we just need to wire those up real quick and we'll be rocking. Not too bad. So we've got all our outputs to the injectors into the plug, so that'll just plug in right. That'll plug in right down here. So we just got to put our inputs into them. Oh, something about that click is just so satisfying. Well guys, I got that going and I'm pretty pleased how it turned out. This will all look pretty good once I get it all finished up, put up where it goes, and set up. But I'm stoked to make some progress on Sho'Nuff. Got a lot still to do. I'm gonna try to bust out this little section tomorrow, try to get that done, and try to get as much done on it as I possibly can to try to get a little closer to where if I do come back to pick it up, I can take it to Florida and knock little stuff out and just be that one step closer. I really am going to try to work on figuring out how to get to the point where it can start and check that out. I'm not sure I can make it, but I'm sure going to try. The motor is set up and everything else. I got to put the transmission back in, some little stuff. Sean has been working on the exhaust, and that's looking pretty good. So he just put this little bellow in here and connected the wastegate into the downpipe, and he's got to do this little section here. But he's don't want the fly strip to fall on her. But he's been working hard on that, so that should get done pretty soon, and then we should be good to go, and then we should be good to start it up. And I'm really looking forward to that. I really want to get this thing running for you guys, for myself. It has been quite the project. I'm starting to feel like I can just push and get it to the end and make something happen. So definitely quite a bit to go, but quite a bit done at the same time, and it feels good to be able to get the fuel injector stuff done, get the right heat shrink here. Huge shout out to Taylor for opening up on Sunday again and helping me out. I feel pretty accomplished, and that's pretty important too. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to fly out Tuesday and head to the SEMA show. So if you guys are at SEMA, find me. I believe I'll be at the PRI or SEMA booth talking about the EPA and the RPM Act, and just keep bringing awareness and trying to help folks know what's going on that front. We've got to definitely be vigilant and work towards a solution, and hopefully something can happen soon and we can get that going, so we can all do this and breathe easy, or we know what's up and try to work through it. So I guess that's where I'm at for the day. Again, I appreciate you guys always watching and hanging out with me. Give me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Yes, we've hit warp drive and we are full lock. Hold on tight. Have a happy Halloween.